Gentlemen, start your engines.
Welcome back for more. There are games galore, so put your foot to the floor and drive through the retro door. Welcome back everybody. This is another pickups video, and I'm going to do a little sort of shout out to begin with. And first I just want to say thanks to all the new subscribers as well. Really appreciate you subbing to the channel, and it's great to have you on board. And if you're not subscribed and you know you do enjoy the videos, please do subscribe. You know, totally free. But the thing I want to shout out today is it's been mentioned on other channels obviously, but a couple of weeks ago went on my first trip to Hidden Chest Gaming, which, as most of you probably know, is Danester's new shop over in Brierley Hill. It's not that far from me, so it's, you know, great to have another local game shop to look in. But the great thing about Danester's shop is he don't just sell games, he sells bits of everything, and there's so much choice in there. Cracking shop. If you're in the West Midlands area, or maybe if you can travel, do yourself a favour and check out his shop. He's got loads of games, different systems, but loads of toys if you're into toys. I'm not myself, but you know, he's got loads of toys, board games, 8-bit computer stuff. He's even started doing t-shirts now. He's got VHS, which I didn't see myself collecting, but plot spoiler, that may have changed. But yeah, really do yourself a favour, go check out Dana's shop. Great place to buy your games and retro goodies from. Other people have shown these before, I know, but just in case there's someone watching this who hasn't seen the others, it's really close to Merry Hill. If you know the area, it's literally a stone's throw from Merry Hill, probably 2 or 3 minutes. So if you know how to get to Merry Hill, you can get there no issues. It's not your conventional sort of shop location, so it can be tricky to find to start with. I had trouble, but you know, it's on a factory estate. But basically go down to the bottom of the estate as far as you can go, do a left, keep going, and you'll find the shop on the left. But great shop. And he was telling me the other day that he's starting, hopefully, to be selling the new Dreamcast sort of, not what you call them homebrew, but like modern Dreamcast releases. He's hoping to start selling those in the future, so that's quite exciting. And he was saying he might be able to do the like PAL cover variants and Japanese cover variants of the same games, because that you know, they do both. So I'm quite keen to get. He's got Rush Rally Racing. He's got a poster up on the shop door. So I'm really interested in that when he gets it in. But yeah, I've been a couple of times, and great shop, great lad, great prices in my opinion, really fair prices, so you can't go wrong. Do yourself a favour, get yourself to the shop. On that subject, I'll just run through the stuff I have picked up from Dana's shop. I've bought a bit of an eclectic mix. I've bought 2 Spectrum games, and we've got Milk Race and Kickstart 2. Now, I didn't think I'd got either of these, but the old cardinal sin, being a collector, not sure what you've got, because I haven't got it wrote down. Just try and do it from memory. I've tried that game app in the past, but it's a bit of a mountain to climb to start from scratch. One day maybe. But anyway, it turns out I've got both of these already. But I'm not sure, the condition of these might be better than the 2 I've got, so I'll check that out and see where we go from there. Then I also picked up an OG Xbox game, which I'd never seen this before, and it's called Mojo. And it's a puzzle game. It's kind of like Monkey Ball, really, and it's more tactical. You haven't just got to get to the end of the level, but it's the same principle in that you're rolling a ball, but you've got to sort of touch squares within the game area, and you can change the colour of your ball to make the squares disappear of the corresponding colour. It's good. It gets tricky quite fast, but I was quite, I've never seen it before. Good game. And then talking about VHS. Now, never in a million years did I think I'd ever buy another VHS tape. I had bloody hundreds of them back in the whatever, the 80s and early 90s. And like many of us, I suppose, there came a point where we don't want this whole shit, do we? So all mine got took to the tip. It's crazy when you look back now, what the stupid things you've done. But when I got a TV VCR combi not so long back, I just thought it'd be nice to have a few videos. Not that I particularly want to watch them through, start to finish. But I just put them on in the background while I'm doing something else, and it's quite fun to look up, and it's nostalgic. The picture quality is shit, I know, but it's quite nostalgic, and the boxes do look nice, I must say. So going from never thinking I'd spend another penny on VHS, I've decided I'm going to try and collect a few choice titles. I don't want loads, just a few to look nice on the shelf, really, under the TV. So Dana's got quite a few VHS, and like I say, I don't want any old shit. I only want stuff that's like cool or means something to me. But where should we start? I picked up a few music videos off Dana, because I found them are quite good. It's like having the radio on or whatever. So I've been buying a few music videos off him, and stuff, artists I used to like back in the day, just to reminisce, really. So I picked up the 2 Michael Jackson history videos, like all the videos of the singles, basically. I won't go through all these because people probably ain't interested in VHS at all, never mind old music, what nobody probably wants to listen to. I bought a couple of Queen videos, but I've got Queen live in Budapest. And also from Dana's shop, this is probably the most exciting one. Really chuffed to get this, and that's Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now, even if you don't like Michael Jackson and whatever your thoughts are on him, it don't matter. The Thriller video was like revolutionary back in the 80s. It was sensational. I can remember all the kids at school talking about it and like, wow, you've got to watch this is amazing. It was 15 certificate back in the day before I was 15, whoa, this is really cool stuff. So yeah, I was chuffed to get this. And it's just like the Thriller music video itself in its full form, like 20 minutes, wherever it is. And then there's a making of featurette after the video as well. And I really love it in the cool red box. But the makeup and everything at the time, it was just amazing. So really chuffed to get this. And they're in really nice nick as well. And he did have another one of these, actually. He'd got 2 of these. So if you do want one, get in touch with Dana and he can sort you out. Like I said, I did pick up another couple of music videos, but I'm not going to bore you with everything. Let me know if you want. Do you want to see all the VHS I'll pick up in the future, or is it shit you don't want to look at? Let me know, please. Right, then sticking with VHS, I was just in a local cash converters, and VHS isn't something you see in even charity shops these days. They must chuck them out. It's not something I ever see. You know, you're looking at eBay majority of the time, and prices on there are stupid for the bloody things. But anyway, I walked into this local cash converters, and lo and behold, there was a bunch of VHS on the shelf. Somebody must have just bought them in. You know, I've never seen them before, and they were all dirt cheap prices, like 10 pence and 20 pence. So I thought, fill your boots up, son. So I did, and I picked up these. Like I say, they all 10, 20 pence. I picked up Conair, and this was a cracking film back in the 90s. Brilliant. And I picked up Scream, another classic if you ask me, a piss take on the old 80s horror films, but this in itself is, you know, a bit ridiculous, but it's a good film. Then I also picked up the Alien Trilogy. If I can hold all these together. There we go. Yeah, picked up all them. Where are we at? Oh yes, and I also picked up the Godfather Trilogy. Like I say, bargain prices, so I couldn't really leave them on the shelf, to be honest. So I'm chuffed with them. And then the VHS I wanted probably more than most, possibly most of all. But there's a few I'm really looking for. But anyway, this was certainly right up there, and it's really quite well. Like you say, like I say, there's none in the shops around by me, so eBay was my only option really. And this can go for, you know, quite stupid money, frankly, for a VHS tape. You know, 30 quid, but I've seen them. So I was chuffed. I got this one for around a tenner, and absolutely chuffed with it. And it's the Back to the Future trilogy. I mean, one of the greatest movies ever made. But it's going to look so cool on the shelf. The lovely box set. Oh, I'm chuffed a bit with it. Am I going to watch him on VHS? Probably not. But, oh, that box on the shelf. Nothing better, is there? Wow. So, that's one of the big ones ticked off the list. Quite a few, you know, like I say, I'm after. I particularly want Rocky 4 and RoboCop, but there are a few. I want to get about 20 or 30 maybe. But like I say, let me know, is VHS something you want me to show in the future? I understand if not. So, moving on from that, that was all mainly Dana's shop, except a few of the last videos, like I said. Oh, I've missed one for Dana's. Right, don't pick up Vectrex games very often, but Dana got a couple in, and there was two I hadn't got, but the one was missing the overlay, and that's, you know, if it ain't got the overlay, I'm not prepared to buy it, because for me the overlay is half the experience really. You know, I don't mind, I can cope with not having the box, but not having the overlay is a no-go for me. So anyway, I picked up Cosmic Chasm, which is unboxed as you can see, but I forgot how good this was actually. I used to have this sort of 10 years ago, and good little game, really nice nick. And he did me a good deal, as I've already said, and so chuffed to get that. And then on the same front, now these are all, no they're not all, but this one anyway, this one was eBay. Not long after, a few days after I bought that one actually, I saw this one come up on eBay. Again, no box unfortunately, but it's got the important thing, it's got the overlay. And it does have the instructions as well, even though they're not in great condition. So I've picked up Armour Attack. Now this is quite a cool game. It's kind of a tank battle game, where you know, you've got your tank's quite small on the screen, so you've got a big play area, and basically you've got to hide behind objects and kill the other dude in the other tank. Really good games. I'd say it's one of the better games on the Vectrex, that one. So chuffed to get it, even though unfortunately not got the box. But there are a few Vectrex games I haven't got the box for, so you know, like I've said, I don't mind buying them without the box, because you know there ain't that many, and I can always upgrade in the future. It's just great to play the games because it's such an amazing system. I absolutely love the Vectrex. I recently watched the retro game, watched a fairly new channel Russ put me onto, the Retro Bear, Retro Games UK or Retro Games UK. He's got a wicked theme tune, like Russ said. What an amazing theme tune. I've got it in my head, it keeps going round. But he did an amazing video on the Vectrex. Go check it out, brilliant. I'll put a link in the description below if I can remember. I did a Vectrex video myself quite a while ago now. You can check that out as well if you want, but this guy is brilliant, what he did last week. Do yourself a favour, check that out. Right, I think then we'll move on to, now these are two games. This was another sort of site a fellow YouTuber put me onto, and it was who was it now? Nick Plays Retro Games. Is it Nick? I think it was something like that. I forgot the title. My memory's terrible. I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well. He's got an amazing collection of stuff. Check him out. You know, such a massive collection. Anyway, he was talking to me about Saturn games, I think it was, and he sort of told me about a site he'd used on Etsy, where you can get some repros. Now, I'm not mad into repros, but if a game's, you know, well over 50 quid, I'm like that whether I want to spend the money, to be honest, you know, because I ain't got loads of money to throw around on high price games. So, you know, certainly anything over 100 quid, definitely wouldn't buy it. So with that in mind, I thought I'm going to have a look on this site, because some of the Saturn stuff is mega expensive, and you know I would never pay it for some of the games. But anyway, that's for another day. I ended up not buying any Saturn games, but they also sold Mega CD games. Now there are a few Mega CD games again which are really expensive, and I thought, well, I've got to try a couple of these just to see what they're like really and test the service. So I bought two, and they're really well packaged. You know, the discs are printed up, come in a nice box. So, you know, if you don't mind repros, it seems pretty good to me. I'm definitely going to be buying a few more of the really expensive titles. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I bought Snatcher and the Terminator. Now, I did a video on this last week, as you might have watched, because this is nothing like the Megadrive game. Totally unique and separate game, and you know, this is quite dear now. This is a 100 quid game on the Mega CD, and everybody knows Snatcher's one of the most expensive games going. You know, that's like 600-700 quid, bonkers. And I'd never played it, so I thought, well, for the money, I'm going to try this, see what it's like. Don't think it's my kind of game, but just wanted to know what the fuss was about really for 600 odd quid. And it is quite a good game actually. It's kind of I wouldn't say it was point and click, but it's an adventure game where, I don't know if you can see on the back there, you get sort of options of phrases you can use to interact with the characters on the screen to move the story forwards. And I've played about an hour of it, and it is good. I mean, clearly not worth 600-700 quid, but not bad at all. It is a good game. This on the other hand, I think is excellent. Not that that isn't, but this really is excellent. If you've got a way to play this, I thoroughly recommend giving it a blast. I'm not saying buy a Mega CD and £100 game, but if you can emulate it in some way. The Terminator, definitely better than the Megadrive version for me, and a cracking little game. Right, what do you think now about the, you know, would you buy repros for £100 games? I mean, how do you feel about it? Understand if you don't like them, fair enough, you know, not for everybody. Right, then this one was from eBay, and I saw somebody else mention this. I think it was Big Game Al, and I'd never seen it before, and I jumped on eBay and there was only like 2 available, and it was right up my street, I thought, being racing, and it's called World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. And like I say, there's 2 available on eBay, so I bought the cheaper one, and it's in nice condition. But I was thoroughly disappointed with it. I mean, it looks alright, but it plays like a dog. You've just got more or less no control. It's not good. But I'll probably keep it because it is quite rare. You know, who knows, it could be stupid money in the future. But it was disappointing, to be honest. And then these a few last ones now. Time's dragging on, I know. This one again was eBay, and one I've been looking for a while actually. And we're going further back. I forgot to mention this is Master System. And there's been a clue in the background during the video, so I won't keep you in suspense any longer. And it's Asterix. Like I say, I've been after this one for some time, but it never seems complete, or the box is knackered, or something always seems to be wrong with it. And I was chuffed to pick this one up. It's in fairly decent condition. Not got the other 2 Asterix games. They are more pricey than this, obviously, but I believe this is good. I haven't tried it yet, even though I've got it on the screen behind. Then these next 2, I was having a bit of a sort out and delving through a few boxes, and I came across a bunch of stuff which I think I'd sort of discarded because it didn't work. So I had a mess with it and tried to sort of, you know, see if I could get them working. And I found 2 Master System games, the one of which is Master Games 1. And the box is in reasonable condition. No manuals, unfortunately, even though I think they're just the normal ones, and they're just 3 of them stuck in there. But I'm not sure if it's still faulty, this, because I don't know if anybody out there can tell me, but I can't work out how to change between the 3 games. I don't know if there's something wrong with the cartridge. I've tried the reset button on the console, I've tried the pause, I've tried combinations of the buttons on the pad and the console, and nothing will seem to get the game to switch between games. All it will play is World Soccer, which is no bad thing because it's a great game, but is there a particular set of buttons you've got to press to get the game to switch between games? Can anybody sort of tell me and let me know? Or is the game in fact faulty? So I don't know, that's a bit of a mystery at the moment. I'd be grateful if anybody can fill me in with any specific details. And then I also found a box for Mortal Kombat, and it's also got the manual, but unfortunately there was no cart in it, so I can't remember how I came by this, but it must have been sort of box only. So I've got to find a cart for that now. I'm looking around and I'll hopefully pick the cart up and complete that. And then I also found a Road Rash 2, again in quite nice condition. This didn't work, but I've messed about with it, give it a damn good clean, and now it's working, happy days. Just missing a manual, so I've got to try and find a manual for that. And then the last one, again, couldn't get it working, but I've messed around with it, cleaned it, you know, a lot, and finally got it working. And we got Micro Machines 96. Again, reasonably nice condition, and this one is complete. So that was good. I only need one of these now. I think it's the I need the first one. I've got the other three. Good, chuffed to get that working, and it was quite a nice find actually, to find all these games where I thought were dud and managed to get a couple working. So it's always nice, isn't it? But that's it for today. There have been some Saturn pickups as well, because as you know, a couple of weeks ago I'm kind of trying to build my Saturn collection up, and so I have picked up some more Saturn. But I think I've bunched all, rather than make this too long, I've bunched all them together, and I'll do a shorter exclusively Saturn pickups video and put that out in a few days. But as I say, that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and that'll do for today, I think. See you on the next one.